here at the Locale Gallery and Museum for the Locale Exhibition. On display are the artworks of 7 printmaking artists, 2 of which I'll be speaking to. Each of these artists are focusing on the notion of place from a variety of perspectives. Jana, first of all, congratulations on this exhibition. I'd like to first ask you, how does it feel running an exhibition like this?
Well, it's been fantastic. It's lovely always to work with a group of artists as professional as this over the 12 months that it takes to put an exhibition together. So it's been really fantastic to see it come to fruition in the end.
What are you hoping people get out of this exhibition?
I think Locale is an amazing exhibition and something that a lot of people will connect with. I think the work really resonates with people because a sense of place is something that is very important to a lot of people throughout their lives. There's different eras and times in our lives where we are, our sense of home, is really important to us. And I think the artists have really conveyed that in really different ways for each set of works.
What was Locale Gallery like before it became a museum?
Yeah, certainly. So Heathcote Gallery was originally Heathcote Hospital. It was built in the 1920s and it was a mental institution from the 1920s through to 1994 when the last patients left. And then it became a public open space and it opened to the public in the year 2000 with the Art Gallery and Museum, our beautiful restaurant, Blue Water Grill on site as well, and we've now got numerous artist studios as well.
Do any of the artworks on display bring back memories of the hospital or portray any?
Yeah, certainly. A couple of the artists have responded to the site in particular, which has been really interesting. In particular, Carly Lynch's work, which I'm sure you'll ask her some questions about that as well, but she responded to The Log, which is a publication that was printed during the time that Heathcote was a hospital.
How do the works represent both a physical environment and a significant emotional connection to place for yourself and each of the other artists?
Okay, so there's a few ways that happens. So first of all, a sort of an obvious visual representation of place, engaging with place visually. And then beyond that, there's a sense of a memorial engagement with place through recollecting experiences of place. So for some people, for some of the artists, it's been quite an intimate, personal story. And recollection of the past as it's related to place. And as a physical environ, I think through the processing of making the prints, there's a sense of physically recreating or re-engaging with specific places in the printmaking process itself.
Why is place the focus of this art exhibition? What is so special about place and what are some of the significant aspects of place?
Well, the place was a common interest for me and Melanie during our PhD research, and once we identified the common threads in our research, we put an exhibition together last year in Paper Mountain that examined our response to migration. And this exhibition was kind of a next logical step to continue our creative conversation. That's why we invited more artists to get a broader perspective on place. And I think place is important because it's something that affects all of us in a way. It's like a center of meanings. So in this exhibition, we are interested in exploring the sense of place and place in terms of dislocation, memories, migration, nostalgia, and home, and also a sense of getting to know new places through creative practice. For me, printmaking was always the main media that I've used in my creative work, mostly because of its flexibility. And it can be easily adapted to the concept that I'm working on. And I think the flexibility is something like a very important feature of this medium, as it can be seen in this exhibition, where traditional techniques intersects with digital technologies, like it can be seen in Melanie's work or Emma's digital prints in one of the cell. And I think this is what is exciting in printmaking, that it's constantly expanding as the new technologies are coming. And I think it has a very strong, because of that, it has a very strong position in visual arts nowadays. And I think it's evident in the conferences such as Impact that are happening every 2 years, the SCG International Conference in the United States, or the international triennials and biennials happening all over Europe that showcases the examples of contemporary printmaking.